Hey, Mr. Benson here, and we'll do one more tutorial with SketchUp to get you going with this. And what I'm going to do with this one is just basically take you through the workflow of how I would design a set for Romeo and Juliet. So I'm going to do the balcony scene because that one definitely means a lot to me. That was the one I had to perform in ninth grade with a girl. I actually kissed the girl. It was pretty amazing. And I had a lot of fun with this. I still remember a lot of it. But soft, what light on yonder window breaks? It is the east, and Juliet is the sun. Arise, fair sun, and kill the envious moon, and so on and so forth. So I definitely remember this, which is kind of funny, a good portion of it. And so we're going to create that balcony scene here really quick. And my previous tutorials, we went through how to move around in SketchUp, what the different tools do, and how to bring in objects from the 3D warehouse. So you should know how to do some of that stuff by now. But this, I'll try to bring everything together and kind of show you how to do it in about 10 minutes here. So I'm going to start by let's build Juliet's house. And I'm going to get rid of this block here. So I'm going to click it and hit delete. You could also use the eraser button to do that. And so I'm going to move over here. Notice I still have this guy in here. I'm going to just pretend that's Shakespeare and that he's directing his actors here. So I'm going to leave him in for now. I always like leaving him in. So let's build Juliet's house, and that might be a little huge, and it's like the size of a Walmart, so I'm going to shrink this down a little bit using my push-pull tool. And I really don't need that massive part because we're just doing kind of the set here, so I'm going to kind of just do it like this and build just kind of this as kind of my face of the building here for this. And I might actually make that a little bit deeper here. And right up here, I'm going to build her balcony. So I'm going to put that balcony there, and I'm actually going to pull it out a little bit. So this is going to kind of be her balcony. I'm going to bring in another square here, and I'm going to push it down. So you can already see I'm starting to put together a little balcony here for her house. And let's go ahead and put Juliet up there. And if you see me do something that I don't explain very well and you need me to repeat it, just go ahead and pause it and bring it back. But I'm going to click on Juliet and use the move tool here and put her up in the balcony. Oh, she's looking good up there in the balcony. It's maybe a little big, so I'm going to pull it. Whoops. That's going to happen a lot in SketchUp, little things like that, so I'm just going to hit Control-Z. No big deal. I'm going to bring her balcony down a little bit. And that's looking pretty good. I'm liking how this is looking so far. Alright, and there's our stud muffin. Romeo down here. And I'm going to kind of pull him over here. And let's just bring in our trees while we're at it. So I'm going to kind of put these trees in and around the balcony here. Oops. Control-Z, I'm going to push it back. And let's bring this tree over. And Shakespeare's liking how this is looking so far. And actually, I'm going to bring in a big rectangle to kind of be the ground here. Alright, so I have that. That's looking pretty good. So this is just going to be my ground here, and now I can start maybe adding some details to this. So I'm going to use the paint bucket here to kind of put some different textures on things. So, as I look around in here, I have a lot of options. So I'm going to look at let's see, I'm going to go to fencing because I want to put some fencing up around her to kind of look like a balcony. So let's try this one. And I want to do both sides here so that it kind of shows through. Alright, so I have a little bit of a balcony here. Oh, now as I look at this, I have Juliet's kind of levitating here. So I might want to bring her down a little bit. And alright, so Juliet's starting to look a little better up there on her balcony. I'm also going to go to stone. I'll go to stone. And I'm going to kind of make this her balcony out here, which is going to be helpful. I also probably want to kind of open up this as her like room to her bedroom. So I'm going to go ahead and push this in. You know, like that would be going into her bedroom. And if you wanted to, you know, she probably doesn't have stone in her bedroom, so I'm probably just going to do colors. And let's see, Juliet probably has a nice like beige bedroom in here, so I'm going to color that like that. You could even get more detailed in here and add a bed or things like that. So already my scene's looking a little better. We can do things like add a window maybe here. And I'm going to go to translucent, and I'm going to bring in, you know, glass here, if that's what you wanted. And on the roof, I might bring in, and where would that be? Roofing, under roofing. So I might bring in, you know, Spanish tile looking roof up here type thing. So you can see things are starting to come together a little bit. On the ground for Romeo, I'm going to get, let's do vegetation. So this is going to be like grass down here. Shakespeare's liking this. It's already starting to look better. And maybe there's a path. So I'm going to build a path that maybe comes this way. So I'm bringing just a little path in. I'm going to erase that line. Let's go to stone. This is my maybe little path to Juliet's house. Let's color the other parts of this. Let's bring up the back part of Juliet's house. And you're already noticing it's starting to come together a little bit. You know, it still maybe has some work, but I can see that these two are, you know, this is maybe starting to match what we saw read in the book. Now what I just went to try to do is drag in a fountain that I pulled off the 3D warehouse, and it's being a little bit glitchy now. You can see that it was maybe having a little trouble, but that's in, and now I'm going to bring this maybe like right here. We have this nice big fountain that Juliet has outside her balcony. And let's go ahead and scale that up a little bit, maybe. And yeah, so for that scene, I think it's coming along pretty well. I like how this is looking. Shakespeare's digging it. And I think it's pretty cool. So, yeah, I know I went kind of fast through that, and I was just kind of throwing things together, but at least it gives you an idea of kind of how this might work depending on what scene you're looking at. And if you need to re-watch that, you can. Obviously, I would take more than, I did this in 9 minutes. I would take a little more time to go in and edit this if I wanted, add more details to it, but you can see already it's really coming together nice. And I'm really liking how it's looking. So hopefully this helps. Good luck with this. I can't wait to see how your final products come out. Thanks for watching, and have fun.